Welcome everyone to today's practice. My name is Colleen. I am with Shine On Yoga. I have Fritz joining me today. We'll see if Sam comes and joins us. If you have any furry friends or kids, they're more than welcome to join us for this class. Oh, here's Sam. He always usually comes after Fritz is in here. Sometimes he's first. Today's class is going to be low to the ground. It's appropriate for all levels, even if you're not familiar with yoga. We're going to really concentrate on just stretching out our bodies. Specifically, we're going to try and target the hamstrings a little bit more today. So if you have tight hamstrings, if you've been doing leg day or running or just anything where your legs are kind of tired and tight, this is a great practice for that. Let's go lay down, please. Go lay down, please. We are going to start out just seated on our mat. You can come to whatever comfortable position works for you. We're not going to be here for long. If you'd like to sit up on any props, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you do not have to. We're going to take a moment here just to let go of the day before we start our practice. Put any of our to-dos aside until after. Letting go of any stress from work or home or anything else. Go. Take some nice big inhales and exhales. Relax your forehead. Relax your jaw. Let your shoulder blades grow heavy down your back. You can even close your eyes if it feels safe in your body. And just take this moment to breathe, to thank yourself for showing up. That is the hardest part. But you're here now, and we'll be into it here in a moment. While you are sitting there breathing, I do want to read the card that I pulled for today's class. The card I pulled is Cat Spirit, and its message is to claim your independence. When Cat Spirit meows, she is calling you to claim your independence and allow for some space between you and others in your life. The only way you can grow in all your relationships now is to have a healthy sense of self-respect and self-worth. When you walk with dignity, knowing who you are, self-aware, and willing to grow, trusting the value you bring, the world will mirror all of this back to you in kind. When you say no to codependency and enmeshment, live and let live, and practice taking risks as you wander into new territory for you, Cat Spirit rejoices. She is here to urge you to let your independent spirit roam free. It's kind of funny, Tri-Cat's not in here with the Cat Spirit card, but we'll see if she shows up. Let's take a few more just big inhales and exhales, and then we'll get to moving. Getting to stretch everything out. Let's take one more big inhale together. Exhale, go ahead and let it go. You might even want to sigh it out. Your eyes are closed, you can blink them open. Thank you so much for the hearts on the live, I appreciate it. And let's start moving. So I'm going to place my right hand down, so we're going to do a little side stretch. Right hand down, if you'd rather do your left hand first down, you can. We'll do both sides. On an inhale, we're going to lift our left hand up to the sky. And on your exhale, go ahead and cross that midline. Bring your left arm over to your right. Keep your chest lifted forward, so don't collapse, don't round, nice and lifted here. And we're just going to breathe. You can turn to look at your top arm, or you can look at the bottom arm. Just make sure you're not letting your head fall all about. Keep breathing here. Feel a nice big stretch in that left side body. After your next exhale, go ahead and return to center. Let's take a breath here before we move to the other side. Compare both sides. See how you feel. Right now, my left side feels a little bit longer than my right. So let's fix that. We'll go to the other side. So left hand down. On an inhale, we'll lift our right arm up to the sky. And then on that next exhale, we'll cross the midline, coming over towards the left, feeling a nice big stretch in our right side body. Go ahead and keep breathing here. And when you're ready, we'll go ahead and return to center. Again, take a breath. See if you feel a little bit more evened out. Thank you again for the hearts. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and go to all fours. So whatever that transition looks like for you, when you get to all fours, you're going to make sure that your knees are stacked underneath your hip points. And as you start, pay attention to where your hands are. So mine right now, my wrist is right underneath my shoulder. I'm going to walk it just one handprint in front of where it was. So it's a little bit angled out. From here, let's tuck our toes under, take a nice big inhale. And then on the exhale, we're going to lift those knees up, shift our weight back, let your heels grow heavy as we move into our first downward facing dog. Now for this one, maybe you want to walk your dog, just bending one knee and then the other, getting some movement into those legs, into your calf muscles. Keep breathing here. And you can just move back and forth, whatever works well for you. If you are walking your dog, let's just go ahead and bring that to stillness. We'll take one breath, just not moving, so we can really feel that stretch. And then after that breath, go ahead and look towards your hands if you can see. I can't really because of my hair, but that's all right. We're going to just walk forward until we're at the top of our mat or somewhere close to the top of our mat. I say a little bit further back just for recording purposes. Once you're there, keep a slight bend in your knees. It doesn't have to be completely straight. In fact, make sure you're not locking out through the knees. So slight bend. Hands can be on the mat. You can be on fingertips. Or you can put your hands on your body if that's a little bit better for you. Just make sure you're not putting your hands or pressing on your knees. You don't want to press on any joints. That's not good for them. Alternatively, if you have props, you can use blocks to bring the ground up to you. If you don't have blocks, grab something in your house that can do that. Or just again, bend your knees as generously as you need to. All right, so we're all hanging out here upside down by now. On your next inhale, go ahead and come up halfway. Keep a nice flat back. Exhale, let it go. Let everything grow heavy in this forward fold. You can just stay where you're at. You could clasp opposite elbows if you'd like and kind of rock side to side. Whatever feels good in your body. Yogi's choice. Just make sure you're still breathing and make sure you're not locking out those knees. On your next inhale, go ahead and look forward. What we're going to do, bring your feet a little bit closer together on your mat if they're not, so a little less than hips distance. And we're going to step our right foot back. Go ahead and lower onto that right knee. Toes can be tucked or untucked, yogi's choice. Your right leg, so my right front leg, nice 90-degree angle. from your knee to your ankle just to avoid injury. So we're coming into a low lunge. You want to keep your chest nice and lifted. Again, you can use blocks here. You can come up a little bit higher, or your fingertips or hands can be on the mat. Make sure your chest is lifted and you're not collapsing. So find your version of a low lunge. Make sure you're nice and set up to avoid injury. And then we'll take a moment here just to breathe. Pull that right hip crease back, left hip crease forward. One more big inhale here. And then on your exhale, we're going to start to straighten through our right leg. Walk your fingertips back. We're going to peel those right toes up off the mat, coming into a hamstring stretch. So you don't have to sit all the way back. Stay up a little bit further. Keep pulling that right hip crease back. Keep breathing here. Feels pretty good to me today. It was leg day yesterday, and then I did a full body day today, so I hit legs again, so I'm a little bit sore in my legs, so this feels really good to me. Hopefully it does to you guys too. Thank you for the hearts. One more big inhale, and then exhale. Let's walk it back forward. Go ahead and tuck those left toes under, lift your left knee up. Take a moment here, you can rock back and forth. We're going to step our left foot up to meet our right. And we're back in our forward fold. I'm just walking back a little bit. Once you get there, let's take an inhale once again and come up halfway just to reset. And then exhale, we'll let it go. Take a few breaths here. Again, same as before. You can be in stillness. You could be moving side to side. You could be using props. Let's take one more big inhale here. And then we're going to stretch out our legs on the other side. So go ahead and bring your feet together once again if they're not. And when you're ready, this time we'll step our right leg back. Go ahead and come onto that right knee. Again, toes tucked or untucked. Make sure your right leg or your left leg, your front leg, is set up in a nice 90-degree angle. And then choose your option for your low lunge. Pull that left hip crease back, right hip crease forward. Lengthen through the spine. Breathe here. And while you're sitting here breathing, you can consider if both sides feel different, if one side feels good, one side feels bad, whatever you'd like. One more big inhale, and then exhale, we'll walk it back, start to straighten through the leg, or that left leg. Hamstring curl, or like, not a hamstring curl, hamstring stretch. Keep breathing here. Pull that left hip crease back. My left side is definitely tighter than my right. Take one more big inhale here. And then exhale, we'll walk it back forward. Go ahead and tuck those right toes under. Lift the right knee up. Plant your palms. This time, instead of coming into a forward fold, we're going to step our left foot back into a downward facing dog. So I'll meet you there. Once you're there, if you can pedal it out, make any adjustments you need, or you can just be in stillness. We're going to take a moment here to breathe before we transition back to the mat. Take one more big inhale here. Exhale, maybe sigh it out. We'll go ahead and lower our knees to the mat. You can bring your knees and your legs over to one side or the other, whatever works good for you. We are going to go ahead and come down on to our backs. So I will meet you there. Once you're there, go ahead and snuggle those shoulder blades underneath your heart center, so that way your chest is nice and open. You could set one foot on the ground and then the other, keep the knees bent. Maybe pick up your booty a little bit by pressing into the heels, and then you can lower that lower back onto the mat so it's flush, so you're not having a big gap there. Try and get that, your back flat to the mat. It's okay if it's not 100%. All right, let's keep on stretching our hamstrings. So from here, I'm just going to lift my right leg up to the sky, and we'll just start there. Now from here, you can point and flex your toes, or you can choose any option in stillness that works for you, pointed or flexed. And then from here, if you would like a little bit more, you can maybe interlace your fingers behind your thigh. Or if it's in your body, maybe behind your calf. And if you'd like a little bit more, go ahead and stretch that left leg out long and away. Feel a nice big stretch. If at any time this feels too difficult, just back up a little bit. You don't have to go so far into it. I'm just going to breathe here for a moment. And after a few breaths, wherever you're at, go ahead and return both feet to the mat, knees bent. So we're coming back to that starting position. Again, take a breath between both sides. See how each side feels. So once again, my right side is feeling a lot more lengthened than my left. All right, when you're ready, let's go to the other side. So this time we'll lift our left foot up to the sky. Again, you can point and flex. You can leave your leg in stillness, just whatever feels good to you today. You can interlace the hands behind the thigh, maybe behind the calf. And then you can keep that right knee bent, or you can stretch it out long and away. Take a moment here just to breathe. And when you're ready, we'll release that foot to the mat. Go ahead and bring that right foot back up and give yourself a little hug. Pull those knees in towards your chest. From here, we're going to go ahead and spread your arms out wide like a T. And then go ahead and drop your knees to one side. It can be any side. So I'm going to drop mine over to the right. I do have a little bolster over here, so my knees are resting on that. If you have something like that, that's okay too. Or they can just go to the floor. When I go to the other side, it'll be to the floor. Try and keep that left shoulder blade on the mat. You can look over at your left hand. Just take a moment here to breathe and to feel that nice lower back release. When you're ready, we'll return to center again. Take a little break here. Take a breath. And then when you're ready, we'll go to the other side. So Texas T with the hands. We'll send both knees over. I'm sending mine over to the left, so just the opposite side that you did earlier. And we'll breathe here. from here, let's return back to center once again. We'll bring our feet to the mat. Walk your feet up towards those glutes. And then when you're ready, we're gonna, again, snuggle those shoulder blades underneath your heart center if they're no longer there. When you're ready, start to roll up through the spine. We're gonna come into a nice bridge position. We're gonna lift up. You're gonna really engage your glutes here. Bring your chest to your chin to the sky. That way you have length in the back of your neck. Going to breathe here just for a moment, strengthening back up our hamstrings. We stretched them out. Let's give them a little bit of strengthening. One more inhale here. And then exhale, slowly start to roll it all the way down. Once you reach the bottom, go ahead and walk your feet together, arch to arch, and then our knees are going to go to either side of our mat. Keep the soles of your feet together like a book. It's okay if your knees don't go all the way down to the floor. Let them open as far as they want to open. If this is uncomfortable for you, especially if this is too much strain on the legs, you can always bring a block or any other props that you have around your house, and you can bring them underneath your knees so that way they're resting on it a little bit and not as far away from the ground. If you don't have anything, then just open up those knees to where they'll go. Breathe here, take a moment. Finally, when you're ready, go ahead and stretch one leg out long and away, and then the other. You can stretch your arms out, take up some room on your mat, let everything go. We're moving into our final posture for today's practice, Shavasana, or the corpse pose. If you like to use any props for your Shavasana, you're more than welcome to grab them and get yourself set up. Otherwise, all you really need is a mat and yourself, or if you don't have a mat, just yourself. We're just going to let everything go. We're going to use this time to breathe and close our practice, to thank ourselves for showing up, to thank our bodies for all of the movement that they do for us, and just to marinate in our practice for a moment before we return back to our busy lives. I am going to go quiet for a moment just to allow you time to reflect and to marinate on your own practice. But know that I am still here, I'm holding space for you, and I will guide you out of our final posture momentarily. If you would like to stay in your Shavasana for longer, then go ahead and stay as long as time allows. If you need to continue on with your day, then slowly start to deepen your breaths. Begin to wiggle fingers and toes, bringing some life back into them. When you're ready, go ahead and place one foot on the mat and then the other, just keeping the knees bent. From there, I invite you to roll to your favorite side, coming into a little fetal position, and just hang out there for a breath or two. Finally, whenever you feel ready, go ahead and return back to a comfortable seat. Try and bring your head and neck up last. If your eyes are still closed, you can blink them open to the world around you. So I want to thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. To those of you on the live, thank you so much. I appreciate your time today and for practicing with me and with anyone else that was practicing. If you are interested, this class will be on my YouTube channel next week, early next week. My YouTube channel is called Shine On Yoga LLC. The link for that is in my bio. So if you're interested in other classes, or if you want to take this one when you have some more time, if you're catching the end of it, you can check me out there. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you so much for doing this practice. I hope you found it beneficial. I hope your legs feel better, your whole body feels nice and stretched out, and you feel a little bit more calm and ready to tackle your day. If there is anything that you would like to work on or practice, any poses, please let me know in the comments. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. That way you can get notified as soon as I put out a new practice. And if you enjoyed this, please share it with a friend. I plan on being back next week with a brand new practice, so I hope everyone joins me there. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay safe, everyone. Namaste.